So a question I've had in is, what is the difference between a priest, a monk, and a nun? Now, I'm going to probably confuse you by the end of this, but the simple answer is that a priest lives in the world, like I live in a house in a neighborhood that, like other people around me. A monk lives in a monastery where they're hidden from the world, they're detached from the world, they live a life of prayer. Whereas I live a life of prayer, but I also live a life of service to people in the world around me. And a nun, you can break into two groups. You have nuns who also live like me. They live out in the world doing amazing work with people. And you also have nuns in what we call an enclosed community, where they will spend their life in prayer behind the convent walls. And that's a really that's the SAS level of kind of vocations, where you never go out. And people think, well, that sounds quite nice. I mean, I think of it time to time. Oh, it'd be lovely to be locked away, have no one bothering me, whatever. But just try to imagine for a minute that you would never watch TV again. You never go outside the doors again. You've got to mix with the same 20 people for the rest of your life. There's certain things to it which are just so challenging. And that is their consecration, their sacrifice to God. So that's kind of the basic difference. But you can also have monks who are priests. But they're kind of a monk first, then a priest. They spend their time in the monastery and they wouldn't come out. But of course, there are just many different types of priests, many different types of monk, many different types of nun. But the basic simple answer is priests outside in the world, mixing with people, monks in a monastery, nuns in a convent, or again, out in the world doing really good work with people. And the reason I'm a priest and not a monk is I felt God calling me to be a priest. I kind of probably would have preferred to be a monk. I think if you gave me, would I? I don't know if I'd like to have been behind those walls with the same 20 people for the rest of my life. Probably would not have coped at all. And I love being a priest. And I think God knew what was better for me than I knew for myself. But it really had to be something I discerned, I prayed about, I thought about, I reflected on, I asked other people. Really, it wasn't as clear to me maybe as it might have been to others or my friends around me who could see maybe I had a priestly vocation. So yeah, God has been really great to me and given me a really wonderful, really beautiful vocation where I can serve people and I still get to watch TV as well.